They were both linear. Okay? So they were of this form. AX plus BY may be equal to C. And then you had the second one, which I can call GX plus. Okay, E is not a good letter, so I'll put F there. Fy equal to H. Okay? Fy equal to H. So when you were in grade 10, your simultaneous equations were both linear. Okay? Now in grade 11, you have simultaneous equations in such a way that one will be linear, the second one will be quadratic. But it will be quadratic in two variables. Okay, it's not as complicated as you might think, right? So we use the method of substitution. Okay, it's not difficult at all. So I've got an example here, that question, right? So the two equations are x plus y equal to 2. Okay? Then the second one now, which is quadratic in two variables, it will be x squared plus y squared is equal to 52. So that's your second equation. Right? Now, I'm sure you can agree with me that the first equation is less complex as compared to the second one. Therefore, you can make x the subject there, or you can make y the subject. There is no specific rule, but the best way is to identify which x or which y has a coefficient which is equal to 1 in the linear equation. So both of them, their coefficients are equal to positive 1. Therefore, you can make x the subject. So I made x the subject here. You can also make y the subject first. Are you following them? So if I make x the subject, you get x equal to 2 minus y. Now this becomes the third equation, but it's actually the first equation. I hope you can see that. Huh? This equation here and the third one is the same equation, written in two different forms. Okay? Then, okay, this part is quite interesting, but it's also easy. If x is equal to 2 minus y, it means you can go to equation 2 where there is x there. You substitute that x by 2 minus y. So that you can end up having a quadratic equation in terms of y. Okay? Then you solve for y, you get two values of what? Of y. Then you substitute those two values back here. You get two values of x. So going forward, your simultaneous equation, we have 4 solutions. Okay? In grade 10, you had 2 solutions, 1x, 1y. In grade 11, 2x values, 2y values. Okay? Are you following that? Can you copy this down, please? The question. Right, so quickly, the linear, because is the simplest of the two. Okay? In this case here, the coefficient of y is a 3. I don't encourage you to make y the subject in this case, because you end up creating fractions, and you are most likely to make some silly mistakes along the way. So the coefficient of x there is a 1, so make x the subject. So this will become x equal to 2 minus 3y. Then, in the second equation, where there is x there, you substitute the x by 2 minus 3y. So you end up getting y squared plus 2 minus 3y is equal to y times 2 minus 3y plus y. Okay? Then you have y squared plus 2 minus 3y equal to 2y minus, but I need to charge my pen. I wanted to say my phone. Minus 3y squared plus y. Right? Then you get 4y squared. 4y squared, so that will be 3y. Then I'll get minus 6y. Okay, plus 2. This is 0. Right. Fortunately, I've got a common factor. Okay, Put a common factor. Yes? It's fine, but in the end, you need to come up with a quadratic equation. Yeah. Because our goal in the end is to get what? The quadratic equation in standard form. So take out the common factor. Please, you can use the quadratic formula there. So this will give me 2y squared minus 3y plus 1 equal to 0. Right, so here I've got 1, then I've got 2, so I can split this up into 2y minus 2y minus y plus 1 equal to 0. Please don't worry about what I'm doing here. I'm trying to factorize. So this will give me 2y times y minus 1 minus y minus 1 equal to 0. So I'll get y minus 1 times 2y minus 1. Did you get that? Huh? How come? Then you get y equal to 1 or y equal to positive and half.
Oh, we use that quadratic.
Okay? So, what do you mean? Quadratic formula. Okay. It's fine. Listen. You can use the quadratic formula. That's not a problem. Okay? Then, to get the x value, so here I'll say, when y is equal to, sorry, when y is equal to 1, x will equal to 2 minus 3 times 1. So you get negative 1 there. Then, when y is equal to, I need to charge my pen just now, as soon as I finish. So this will be y, sorry, x equal to 2 times, sorry, 2 minus 3 times a half. So my answer there is going to be a half. Okay. But it's quite interesting, right? So my x values are minus 1 and a half. My y values are 1 and positive a half. Yes. All right.